Othello is a play about sexual jealousy and how one man can convince another man who loves his wife dearly that she has been unfaithful to him when she wasn't. The play begins in the city of Venice, also known as the City of Love. In the middle of a messy love triangle, there are some characters to get to know before proceeding in telling the play. So first, let's have the main character, which is Othello. Othello is a Moor from northern Africa and a highly respected military commander. Next, we have Desdemona. Desdemona is a beautiful daughter of a Venetian aristocrat, Brabantio. She is also the wife of Othello. Next is we have Brabantio. Brabantio is a father of Desdemona who doesn't know anything about the marriage of Desdemona and Othello. Next we have Iago. Iago is Othello's ensign or a job also known as an ancient or standard bearer. He is also the man who manipulates Othello's mind about Desdemona's being unfaithful. He is also the one who caused to have a love triangle between the couple. For some characters, first we have Cassio. Cassio is the one who have Othello and Desdemona meet secretly. Next we have Emilia. Emilia is Iago's wife and a attendant of Desdemona. Next we have Bianca. Bianca is a prostitute or a courtesan of the city of Cyprus. And lastly, we have Roderigo. Roderigo is a jealous suitor of Desdemona.
Othello. The play is set in motion when Othello, a heroic black general in the service of Venice, appoints Cassio and not Iago as his chief lieutenant. Jealous of Othello's success and envious of Cassio, Iago uh, plots Othello's downfall by falsely implicating Othello's wife, which is Desdemona, and Cassio in a love affair. With the unwitting aid of Emilia, his wife, and the willing help of Roderigo, a fellow malcontent, Iago carried out his plan. Making use of the handkerchief that belongs to Desdemona and was found by Emilia, when Othello has unwittingly dropped it, Iago persuades Othello that Desdemona has given the handkerchief to Cassio as a love token. Iago also concludes Othello's gossip about conversation between himself and Cassio that is in fact about Cassio's mistress, which is Bianca, but which Othello is led to believe concerns Cassio's infatuation with Desdemona. As a result, Othello becomes wild with jealousy. Desdemona is in bed when Othello enters. He tells Desdemona to pray a last prayer as he has no wish to kill her soul. Realizing that he plans to murder her, Desdemona protests her innocence of any wrongdoings. Knowing that Othello doesn't believe her, she begs him to let her live just a little longer. But Othello smoothers her with pillow. Emilia, which is Desdemona's servant and Iago's wife, upon discovering of what happens, she declares that her husband Iago is a liar. She explains how thus the handkerchief came into Cassio's room, and when she refuses to be quiet, Iago stabs her. As a lord, as a soldier to the last, Othello stands on his honor. Knowing that this is the end, he asks to remember as one that love not wisely but too well. Then he stabs himself and falls on the bed beside his his wife where he dies. And at the end, Iago was arrested.
So for my takeaways is that do not let someone else to enter your mind and try to deceive and manipulate you, even if those person are closest to you. Also, do not lie just for your own good and success because you don't know what might that lie of yours can cause.